We are on. Okay, the Thursday strength and balance workout. So starting with your pole, let's take that up and overhead. And we'll reach it up and breathe with it. Breathing in as you come up, out as you come down. I know you're just getting your things, Bob. You will join us in a second. Bring it back as far as feels comfortable and all the way down. One more of these and then we'll take it up and then behind your head. So you're going to drop it down behind your shoulders. Try and keep your elbows back as well. So opening up your chest. Connecting your breathing with it. Let's do one more like this. Looks good, Bob. And then up and overhead. Reach it up. Pull apart on that pole so your arms are both nice and straight with the end of the pole. And then slowly swing your arms. Straight arms, side to side. So 3, try and get down as far as you can to your side. 2, come on, Bob. That's it. One more of these each side, and then we'll take it round into a big swoop. So it's coming around in front of you. Let's stay on the same side. Around, big circle coming out in front and then back behind your head. 2, 1, got it. Switching directions. Around on the other side. Keep your arms straight as you do this. Keep your body upright for this one. 2. Last one. And then let's swoop, come down, bring your knees into it. You've got 3, 2, weights in your heels, 1, and then back to that first side of the direction for 3, 2, last one. Poles up and overhead, and then you'll slowly drop it down behind your back, hand behind your head, hand on your tailbone. Hinge yourself forward, knees slightly bent, back straight. Poles on the behind your head and on your tailbone as well. 3. Try and keep those elbows out wide to the side so you've got that stretch going on in your upper body as well. Hamstrings, glutes, lower back here. That's it. Now both hands on the top of your head and then take the other hand down behind. Nice slow controlled movement and then come down again with your arms in the other direction for 3. Nice. Hold for a second at the bottom. 2. Feel that stretch. And last one. Okay, come back tall to standing again. Both hands are behind your head. We're still working shoulders here. So try and keep your tail tucked under so that pole stays on your back as well. You're going to take your hands around so back of your hand touches onto the pole. Both hands come back to your forehead. Try and keep that pole stable. And then other hand comes around as well and down. Just like that. Bring your arms wide so you're getting a nice stretch out to the side and that rotation from your shoulders. Good. 2. Last one each side. Take it out and round. Down. And then bring that pole around all the way out in front of you. Pop it on the floor. Right out between your toes and then take that stretch forward. Back's nice and straight. Knees slightly bent. Hands parallel to the ground. Arms parallel to the ground. Slowly sink your chest down towards your toes and feel that stretch all the way along your back and your hamstrings. Breathe in as you come up, all the way up to your tippy toes, balls of your toes pushing down on the pole, and you'll walk those heels up and down. You're nice and tall here for 3, 2, 1. Both heels come up. Squeeze your butt. And sink back into your heels, and now you're rocking back and forth, heels to toes. Try and keep your back nice and straight here. You're not hinging forward with this one. 2, and 1. Okay, back into your heels, and then slowly bring your feet further apart. Poles coming out in front of you again. This time around, you're going to swoop off to one side. Feel that stretch all the way along the side of the back. Turn the pole the other way so it doesn't slide on the floor. And then swoop off to the other side. One more of these each side. Sinking your hips back, butt goes back to the wall behind so you feel that inside thigh stretch. One more of these. And then you're coming back up to standing again, and we'll do one more round of those ankles. Walking up and down. Try and get that pop, heels coming up. Your 6-inch stilettos for 3, 2, and 1. heels come up again, and squeeze through your quads, your calves, your glutes, and then sink back down into it. All right, poles coming to your side, feet like they're on railroad tracks, parallel, not straight behind each other. Poles by your hips, and you'll slowly drop that back knee down like you're taking a knee. So use the pole as little or as much as you need to with this one. Just keep the weight in the heels of that front foot. Drop the knee down. That's it. Try not to lean forward too much with this, and you're going to feel that back quad and hip flexor come on with this. Knee drops, and then squeeze that back leg glute as you come up. Okay, let's add a knee drive into it. So you're coming up and holding. Take it all the way back down again. See if you can gently touch that knee. Just grazing the ground behind, but don't put the weight into that back knee just yet. Poles off the ground if you're okay with the balance on this one. 3, 2, last one, come back up. Knees are going to drive up before we come into the other leg. Hands out in front of you, drive the knees up and across your body. Getting a rotation coming from those shoulders. Arms all the way out in front. Got it. 4, 3, 2 more. And then the other leg will come back behind. That's it. Okay, pull back on the floor by your hips again. Feet parallel to each other. Push back on that back heel, weights in the heel of the front foot. And down you go again. Take it at the depth that works for you. You've got 5. Knees should be about 90 degrees when you come down with that back knee bent. Poles off the ground if it feels okay. 3, 2. Okay, now we're going to take the knee drive it up. Gentle swing, swoop back. Keep the pole there if you need it for a bit of support. Gentle down. 4, 3, drive it up. 2, last one. And then back to those knee drives. Let's take the pole up and overhead this time. Swinging side to side as the knee comes across, pole comes down by your hips. 4, 3, 2 more. And then we'll take that pole back to your side. And this time around, you'll come all the way down to the floor with that back knee. Take yourself down. Half kneeling position. Poles by your hips. Weights in the heel of the front foot. Back toe tucks under. And slowly take that lunge forward. Knees tracking right over the top of your toes. Bring it back. Squeeze this glute on the back leg. Hold for a second. Get that hip flexor stretch. Release out of it. Come forward again. Nice and slow. Gentle with this at the depth that works for you. Squeeze your butt again. You're nice and tall, Bob. Release out. One more time forward. And then back. Squeeze and tuck it under. 2, 1. Release out of that. You're going to bring the pole to the inside of your foot. Arm comes out to the side. And then slowly take yourself down. There's hands on the floor. Palm on the floor, fingers, whatever works for you. Pole comes into your knee pushes into the pole, and then look up to the ceiling. Pull the pole back a little bit further if it feels okay. And then back up to center, nice. And then pole overhead, other hand coming down. So now your shoulders dropping to the inside of the knee, arms reaching up. Take this again at the depth that works for you, so your left arm's, your right arm's down, that's it, Bob. And feel that stretch along your lower back. Okay, both knees come down now. Feet flat on the floor. Come down into your heels, butts in your heels, and then come back up to kneeling, getting that glute squeeze as you come up. Arms up and overhead for 5. I'm just going to mute you all. Keep going. 4. Excuse me. 3, 2. Last one. Sink back down into your knees, into your heels. And then pole comes back to the ground. The other knee's coming up. So back up to kneeling. Other knees up, toe tucks under behind. Set yourself at your 90-degree position and then come forward into that lunge and then back again. Forward, all the way back. I may have done the same side again. Okay, you're on the opposite side, aren't you? I'm going to switch my legs up because I've messed that one up. Okay, one more forward and back. Don't forget that little glute squeeze as you come back to get that hip flexor stretch. And then back forward one more time. Okay, drop yourself down with one hand coming close to your foot or out to the side. Wherever you are on this one, just take that stretch. Pole pushes into the knee stays straight and in alignment. Look up to the ceiling, 2 straight arms. Lovely stretch for your lower back. That's it. Up to stand, up and overhead with the pole, and then drop the other arm down so your shoulder's on the inside of the knee. Same deal, this one's a little bit tighter usually. Take it at the depth that works for you, whether it's your fingers on the floor or your palms. And then pull comes back. Got one more of these on each side. Do it again. Hopefully a little bit looser this time around. A little bit more movement there. Connect your breathing with this, so as you sink into the stretch, you're breathing out. Breathe in as you come up, and then swoop it down. Other side, second time, shoulder drops to the inside of that knee. And then back up to center. Nice. Okay, bring yourself up to standing without the pole. Don't need the pole, Bill. And then let's take these knees out and around. You're in a big circle with your knees now. Nice, Bob. Okay, big circles around. 3, 2, and last one. 1. Okay, poles on the ground. Hands on your hip. You're going to start to swing your legs back and forth. So 2 different directions here, swinging forward and back, and then we'll do side to side after that. Try to keep your torso upright so you're not leaning into it too much. Feel it come from your hips. Your back. Nice strong legs standing. Calves feeling it. You've got 3. Staying on the same leg. After this, stay here, and then take it out to the side. So now legs coming out to the side, you got it, and then tap it over in front of the other foot for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Shake those legs out. Same thing on the other side. Switch your pole to the other side, and you're going forward and back to start with. So swinging it forward and back. Try and keep that foot tracking straight through as it comes back. When you're looking at it, it's kind of twisted out to the side. Just straighten yourself up so your hips, your knees, feet are all in alignment with the standing one. 3, 2, 1. That's it. Then up to the side we go. Foot doesn't touch the ground. You're still standing and balancing for 5, 4, 3. Couple more. 2, and 1. Nice. Shake those legs out. Grab some water, drop your pole to the ground, and we'll start off with your mini bands doing leg stuff. Where's my water? Who knows? Okay, so heavier mini bands. Take a seat if you need to get them on, otherwise you're going to stand on one leg and do it. So foot comes up, cross it over onto your knee. That's all part of the balance, isn't it? And then the other leg comes in, putting your pants on. There we go. Nice. We'll take a seat if that works for you. I'm going to run off and get a chair. Hold on a second. All right, when you're ready, we'll start with chair squats, air squats. You decide if you want to come back into your chair to take that touch down, or if you're okay with just an air squat. Weight stays on your heels, outside of your feet, so your knees don't cave in like that. Okay, away we go. down. Take it at the depth that works for you. If it's 3/4, that's fine. Just keep your back nice and straight as you do this, and butt sticks back. If you want to go a little bit lower, take it lower. Just watch what your knees are doing. They should be tracking straight. You've got 5. Reach those arms out in front as you come down into squat. 3. A couple more of these. A little bit deeper if that feels okay on your knees. Push it up. One more. All right, all the way up to standing. Take a breath, and then we're going to come side to side. So you've got one side walk, where you do 2 or 3 paces, depending on how much space you've got here. You can probably do 3. Staying high to start with, and then you'll drop your butt down a little bit, knees bend, come lower with it. Feel those quads come on. Try not to get those knees caving in. Tracking straight, feet parallel to each other. Watch what your feet and toes are doing. If you find that one foot's coming out to the side, straighten it up. You've got 2 more in each direction. 1. Oh, glutes feeling that. Down a little lower for the last round. Back it goes. 1 wide stride, 1 half a stride. And then bring yourself up to standing. Back to the center of your mat. And let's take it out one side at a time now. So it's going out to the side, tap it back. So one side, one back. Swing your arms with this one. Getting that glute standing legs, feeling it. Bend your knees a little bit more. You're running somewhere, not sure where. Sideways and back. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one on this side. Come back up to standing. And let's do the other side. So starting high with it. Not too much of a bend in that standing leg. Feeling okay on your back. Just keep your back nice and straight here. Quads and glutes coming on. Bend a little bit lower. Keep all the weight in the standing foot. So this one that's moving is just tapping gently. Side and back. A little bit lower. If you can. 5. Good. 4. 3. 2. Last one. And then all the way back up to standing. Back to your squats. So again, you can take your chair to have a seat down, gentle touch down without putting the weight into your butt. Or come away from the chair and get a little bit lower with these. You've got 5, and then the second 5, you'll come up to your toes. 4. So, moving those arms, reach it out, push it back. Okay, toes when you come up. Down you go, weights in your heels. All the way up to your toes. Down again. 4. Hold for a second, nice and tall. Feel those quads coming on as well when you're up. And your calves. 3. Down. 2. And last one. 1. Good. Down. Okay, let's grab the back of your chair for your next one. You're going to hinge yourself forward. So chairs to your side, your knees up, hip flexor, and then hinge yourself forward. Fairly straight leg. Where am I going to put this one? As you come down, and then bring that knee up. So hamstrings here. Forward. If you want to take the opposite hand, touch it down to that toe. Take your foot off, finger off the chair, if you can do it balancing. Otherwise, a couple of fingers on your chair for support. Or bring it all the way up. That's it. 3. Nice bill. 2. Oh, ankles. You know you can do this on your blue pad. Make it a little harder if you want to. Last one. All the way up. Knee comes up. And hold. That's it. Now shake those legs out. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So holding on to the chair, knee comes up, nice and tall here. Slowly kick that leg back as you hinge forward. Don't need to go too deep for the first couple. Just find your balance here. Get your hammies coming on. And then when you're ready, take it down a little bit further if you want to your toe, to your knee. Arm moves. One finger on the chair for stability, or no hands. You've got 5. Bring it up. Feel that hip flexor on the moving leg. Woo! Balance on the standing leg. 4. 3. Couple more. 2. Nice straight back when you do this. Last one. Looking good, Bob. And come all the way back up to standing. Whew. Okay, shake those legs out. You can have a seat on your chair. I think you know what's coming next since we gave those quads a little bit of a break. So options here, you can either keep the band above your knees or you can take it off. You've got your one leg sit stand coming at you now. Ooh, that's a nice low stool, Bill. That'll be a challenge to get up. Okay, so your options here, both feet on the floor, come all the way up to standing, slow, 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 hover before you get down so you're not thumping into your chair. That's one version. Other version, bring one foot into the center, other leg comes up, foot's off the ground, arms out to the side, get a little momentum going with your arms if you need to. Push through that standing foot, through the foot on the floor, come back up to standing. Legs out in front, slow, 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 hover down, find your chair behind you and gently sink into it. Good. You've got 4 more of these, so you decide if you want to keep your hands here, which makes it a little harder, without using your upper body to get that momentum to come up, and then slowly down. Breathe out as you come up and push that foot through the floor. You're on your heels, weights in your heels. Nice, Bob. Yep, if you need 2 feet to come up, just try and do 80% of your weight on the standing foot, little toe for stability, and then when you come up, you can raise your knee. Let's do a couple more good ones. And last one, all the way up. Feel this hip flexor coming on and down, sinking into it. Okay, have a seat. You've got knee raises, heels coming up, pushing down on the balls of your toes. Just a moment to get those calves going, and then we'll come and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, knee comes up, foot comes up, push through the floor, momentum, use your arms if you need to, and then slowly sink down nice and slow. Keep your hands out in front, just slow down. Helps to breathe out when you come up. Another helpful thing is to push that, lift that foot slightly and push it through the floor if you need to. And push up, slowly down. Otherwise keep the foot there, keep the hands here, and away you go. Knee comes high. Last one. Away it goes. Knee comes up and holds. Take it up for 3, 2, 1, and down. All right. Have a seat again. And this time you're going to tap your knees. You're going to take one foot out to the side, other foot out to the side. Get some tension on the bands here. I want you to feel the outside part of your glutes working. So you're getting a little rest, but you're still moving. 5, 4, 3, nice and tall with your torso. 2, and 1. All right. Last thing for your legs, you're going to drop the band around your feet so they're around the balls of your toes. Hands are on your knees. Your movement here is coming from your ankles. It's not coming from your knees, so hold on to these knees and I want to see what they're doing. Your feet come out, toes come out to the side, and then come in. So find your distance, probably about hip distance apart with your feet to get some tension on the band. And then slowly, little rainbow movement with your toes coming up and around, out to the side, bring them back to center. If you find that your knees are coming out with this one, you can just hold on to the outside of your knees and stop them from moving. Because I want the ankles, the shins, your calves to be doing the work here, not your hips. You've got 5. Take it as far as you can. 4 and hold for a second. Flare those toes up and out as you come out, and you can scrunch them down when you come back in. 3. Duck feet. 2. Such. No knees moving there, Bill. Last one. Bring it out again one last time. And in. Okay. Bend comes off one foot, still on the other one, around the bottom of your foot. You're going to bend your knee. Pull up with the opposite hand, so you've got a whole bunch of tension on your band, because you're going to push that toe down to the floor. If you find that it's sliding, then just get it closer to your toes, so it's right on the balls of your toes. And down it goes. Pull it up, get that tension into the band so you get a lovely stretch along your Achilles and your calf, and then push it all the way down to the floor. If you want a little bit more movement here, you can take that foot off the floor, pull it up, and then really get that plantar flexion with your toe coming down in front. You've got 5. Try and get as much range of motion as you can here. 4. So you can either be on the floor, or if it feels okay to push down a little bit further, take the foot off the ground. Oh, forearm, biceps feeling this one with the pull. Last one, and then we'll switch it off to the other foot. So opposite hand pulls that band up. Dorsiflexion with your foot as it comes up, feel that stretch, and then push down all the way to the floor, toes touching the floor. And then you can take the foot off the ground if you want to. Push it down, bring it up for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. And then we'll take that band off your feet. Legs get a rest. Okay, little scrunchy things with your toes while you're here, and then you can jump up and get some water. Okay, grab some water and we'll go into your upper body stuff with the mini band. Chairs out of the way. Grab your lighter band. So we'll start with your push-pull movements on this one. Shoulders, back, chest, all those things coming into it. Awesome. Okay, so your first movement, you're making a fist with your band, you're pushing it out in front, you're pulling it behind. Rotation coming from the shoulders, your hips stay stable, squared up, stationary here. As you punch it out, palm can face down. As it comes into your side, palm faces sideways. So you're getting some rotation coming in. Your shoulders, your arms here. That's it. Breathe it out every time you do the hard part of the movement, which is that push and pull. When it comes to the chest, breathe it in. Go. Nice. Let's change the angle, taking it up a little bit higher. Decide where you want to be with this angle. You can be staying out in front of you if your shoulders don't want to come up and overhead. If it's okay to go overhead, bring it all the way up. Couple more up tall, stretching, reaching as far as you can, and then we'll slowly change that angle again. Take it down. Slowly, slowly. Each time you go back and forth, you take another inch or so down. You finish up at chest height again. One more each side. And all the way down to your waist. Okay, bands coming around your wrists. You know the deal on this one, don't ya? So, palms facing each other. Reach those arms out long, out in front. Shoulders first. So we'll do 5 of these with the scapular muscles doing the work here. Elbows stay straight. A little bit of tension on the bands, but not too much. It's just there to keep your arms out in front, the right distance apart. 3. Couple more, and then we'll take the elbows into it as well. Turn it into a row. So shoulders, then elbows. Reach it out. You can take a rotation here, so palms facing down when you're out, and then bring them in, palms facing together. If you want a little more challenge for those biceps, every time you bring it in, you're going to make a fist. Breathe it out as you come in. You've got 5 more. A little bit more tension on the bands. If that feels okay, you take it at the resistance that works for you. 3, 2, 1, and down. That's it. Okay, we'll change the angle and take it up a little bit higher. Reset your bands around your wrists if you need to. Taking it up. You've got a 45-degree angle or a little higher if it feels okay. Reaching up, palms facing each other, shoulder blades drop down into your mid-back. For 5, elbows stay straight. 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're going to bring the elbows into it. Okay, so reach it up, shoulders, elbows come down and behind. Again, you can make that fist if you want to. You're doing a pull-up. Elbows stay close to your side. That's it. A little more tension on the band if you want it. Get that rotation going, palms facing down when you're up now, and bring it in for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, down, and all the way down. Okay, give those biceps a bit of a rest. We're going to focus on delts and then biceps and triceps for this next round. So, elbows come locking into the side, palms facing each other, elbow comes out to the side, hand stays in line with that elbow, alternating sides. Oh, that's right, Bob, I forgot. Yeah, you've got this sorted with your band. Okay, so elbow locks into your side with one hand, with one arm, and then the other one comes out to the side. Bring it back in, alternating sides, lock it in. Elbows at 90 degrees. Nice and tall here. Try not to roll forward into this one because you want to feel it in your mid-delts. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, each side, and then bring those hands down again. That's it. Now biceps and triceps. So palms facing up as you bring it into a bicep curl, and then flare those fingers out. Triceps, elbows lock out when you come down to your side. Bicep, tricep, bring it up, push it away. Good. Nice. Keep going. I'm watching. Flare the fingers. You're going to feel some forearm resistance coming in here as well. There's biceps and triceps. 3. Lock the elbows out at the bottom. 2. Last one. Down it goes and hold. And release out of it. Nice. Okay, you're going to bend over to about a 45-degree angle, getting rear delts. Back's nice and straight. Rounding here is not going to work. So stick your butt back to the wall behind you. One hand on your thigh. And bring your elbow out to the side. So similar movement to what you're doing with your mid delts, but this time it gets your rear delts. Again, breathe out every time you do that. Pull up, push up. The raise, nice straight back. Looking down right in front of your toes for 5, 4, 3. So last one each side. Looking good. And then back up to standing. All the way up. Straight arms out in front. Let's take these palms facing down to start with. So reach it all the way up. Tension at the top, like you're a Y. And then push down. Keep that tension going. You're going to feel it in your front delts now. Release out of the tension here for a moment. Then bring it back on. And raise it up like you're raising your arms up through heavy sand out to the side. Take that tension all the way up and down. You decide what works for you here with your delts. If it's not feeling great on your rotator cuff, then don't need to come up too high. Take the tension off just a little bit. You got it. 3, all the way up. Push it down, push it down, push it down. Keep that tension on. Release out at the bottom for a moment. Bring it back up again. 2. Tension out here. Last one. Bring it up. All the way up. And then push those hands back through that heavy wet sand. There it goes. And down. And rest. So you should have felt that one in the front part of those delts. All right. Finish this one up with back to your push-pull, but let's add some legs into it, which gives you a bit of a balance component going on here. You decide if you want to add the legs in or not. You've got one foot going back as your arm goes back. You're going to alternate sides with it. Push it. Back leg straight, pushing back on your toe. Balls of your toe to get there. Out. A little bit more power with this one. Got 5 more on each side. 2. Last one. And done. All right, ditch your bands, grab some water. You're going to pick up your dumbbell. We'll do some standing total body dumbbell and balance things, and then we'll come down to the floor to finish up with some abs. All right, options here, depending on the weight of your dumbbell and how your body's feeling. You're going to take yourself into a hinge forward, butt sticks back to the wall, hinge it forward just below your knees, come back up to standing, reach it up and overhead. Okay, you can have 2 hands on the dumbbell, or if the dumbbell that you have isn't that heavy and you're feeling nice and strong today, you're going to take it into 1 hand and reach it up and overhead. It's a hinge forward. So you shouldn't be feeling this in your knees. Nice straight back when you come down. You can even put your hand on that lower back just so you can feel where it's supposed to be. Sit down, bring it up for 3 if you're doing 1 arm. You've got 2 more on this side. If you're doing 2 hands, you're going to keep on going. Switch hands, Bob. Bill, switch hands if you're doing 1 arm. Come back down again. You're doing the same thing. Reach it up. Take it up and overhead. If the overhead doesn't work for you, take it into a bicep curl. Take that hinge down and reach it up. It feels okay. Palm facing sideways as you come up. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Up it goes. And all the way down. Nice. Next move here, 2 hands on it. You're going to pivot sideways, reach it out, take it down to your knee on the other side, and then come to center, push it out in front. So there's your chest press part of it, there's your pivot and your lunge. You decide which depth works for you. You can take that back knee and almost drop it to the floor if it feels okay, or stay high with it. Good. Nice, Bill. 5. You needed something heavier, didn't you? Not sure what you've got. It looks like a... What have we got here? A water jug. Excellent. 2 more, and then we'll switch sides. Make sure you get that pivot in your foot, moving in lots of different directions. Let's switch it up. Other side. Arms are loving this, aren't they? Okay. Down you go again, take it to your knee, crush it off to the other side. If that feels okay, let's get a little bit lower with it. So lots of movement coming from those ankles, knees, but you need to pivot around, otherwise your knee it's going to feel it. So please keep those feet lined up when you come down. 3 more. 2. Last one. And into center. All right. Okay. Nice, Bob. All right, come on down to the floor. I'll change the angle on my camera. You'll take your dumbbell with you. We've got some happy bugs. We've got some other things going on. Hold on just a second. Right, we're back on. We're on the floor. On your back, so come sideways and then come all the way down onto your back. Line all the way down. Let's take your dumbbells. So your dumbbells coming up and overhead. Your knees come up, your feet come up. You're at 90 degrees. You're going to slowly breathe in. Flare those ribs, arch your back, and then as you breathe out, you're going to push your lower back into the floor. This is the position that you want to be in. And then slowly, slowly take those arms back. First part of the movement will be a tricep extension overhead. So take it just to past your forehead, top of your head. If it feels okay, you can take it back a little bit further and have that dumbbell just touch the floor behind. Keep your back on. Your abs should be feeling this every time the dumbbell comes overhead. Three. We'll add some legs into it in just a second. Okay, bring your arms back up and overhead. Rest for a moment, come back to neutral spine. Take a breath. Big breath in, big breath out. Back on, abs engaged and braced, arms come back. Let's do alternating legs. One leg goes down as the arms come up and overhead. Bend that elbow. Every time your foot comes down and your hands go back, you're going to breathe out, brace, cores on here. You've got 5 more each side. 4. Keep the back on if you can. Actually, please keep it on. 3. 2. Last one. And bring that dumbbell back down to your belly. Feet are down on the ground. Take a rest for a moment. I'm going to march your feet up. You're going to keep the belly here. Keep the dumbbell on your belly. Another big breath in, and slowly bring your knees up as you put the back onto the floor. And then you're slowly, gentle marching knees. Hands don't move here. Heels tapping down to the floor. 2 ways to do this. A little more challenging to have your feet in their starting and finishing position to be up. If that's feeling too much for you, then you're going to start with your feet on the floor and then slowly march one knee up. Bring the foot back down before the other one comes up. This one, you've got a feather-light touch down on the floor with your toes, with your feet. Again, breathing out every time you bring it up into the harder part of the movement. You've got a few more of these. I'm going to go back for the last few to have my knees up. You've got 3 more each side. Breathing, breathing. Last one. Hopefully your abs love that. And down. Feet come down. You can now drop your knees to one side. Just a gentle drop side to side. You've still got your dumbbell in front of you, so you don't have to roll over and pick it up for the next one. Okay, dumbbells coming into one hand or 2 hands. If it's in one hand, you're going to take it and flare it out. Just gently take it out to the side and take it to the other side. If this one's too much with the dumbbell that you have, you're going to do a chest press with it. So those are your movements here for the upper body. Arm and arm. Oh my gosh, has our time run out? Let's bring our feet up. Got a few more seconds here. Feet up. You're trying to stop the wobble here. So it's an anti-rotation movement. Take your arms side to side. Keep the knees right where they are. Nothing has to move in the bottom part. You're just trying to stop that wobble. So the only way to do that is to have your back braced, abs on, push into the mat. 2. Last one each side. There we go. And bring that dumbbell back into your belly. Rest. The dumbbell can come off to your side. You're going to take yourself sideways. And come into your hands and knees. Okay, we've got about another 2 minutes. Carol, I apologise if this has gone over time, but I just want to do a quick stretch here. You're on your hands and knees. You're going to flatten your feet out. You're going to bring your arms forward. You're in a child's pose stretch. You're almost done. Rock back forwards and then come back into your heels again, pushing palms of hands away from you. And then back to center, rock forward so your wrists, your shoulders are in front of your wrists. So you're getting a lovely stretch for those wrists as well. Nice straight back here. That's it. Last one of these. And then center it up so your wrists are right under your shoulders. You can take your toes under for this, get that stretch on the bottom of your feet. Cat-cow stretch, so breathe it in. Fill your chest with air as you look up to the ceiling, and then breathe it out as you look down towards your toes and round your back out. Up again, shoulder blades pinch together. Focus on your mid and upper back for this one. Breathe it out, round it down. Up again, and down. All right. Okay, let's come to hands and knees. Last one, hands behind your head on one side. You're going to open it up, elbow comes up, and then elbow comes to touch the inside of the other elbow. Stretch for your lower back here, hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Bye, Carol. Almost done. Okay, switch it up. We've got the other side going on now. 3, nice and slow. 2, last one, and come back down, hands and knees, and then you're going to bring yourself up to standing. Okay, try and use as little support as you can. That's it. Bill, you got it. Oh, that was impressive. I like it. Let's see if I can do my crisscrossy leg one to get up. I guess today's a good day. All right, lovely to see you all, and enjoy your workouts for next week. If you don't want to do this one again, I will resend you the other videos that I've sent before, so you have a bit of variety in your day. Happy Easter to you both. Okay, bye.